so most of us are here. So I will begin the talk now, but feel free, like I said, post any questions you have. And at the end, I will get to those questions and answer as many as I possibly can, because I want to make sure that when you leave here today, you leave with something tangible and something that you can do starting tomorrow. Like that's my goal, to get you where you want to go. So let's begin. So today's talk is going to be about being a woman in tech. This is a space like no other. It is mostly male dominated and there's not a lot of us in the space. So the points of discussion for today is how I started in this tech, where to begin when you're new or transitioning into tech, how to choose a company that values you, and how to grow and thrive once you have gotten that job or you own that team. Can you all see my screen, the screen I'm sharing right now? Okay.
Yeah.
And then we'll also talk about how to plan your career and how to avoid shortchanging yourself. And then also I have a point where I'll talk about what I wish I knew when I started. So from there, I'll introduce myself. My name is Erica Thompson, and I am the co-founder of She's Brilliant. I am so excited to be here today, and I cannot wait to talk to you all. So our mission is to equip and educate as many women as we possibly can who want to get in tech. And there are different sides of technology. Like most people think of tech and they think of an engineer or a software engineer or web developer, but there also expands beyond that to like CRMs like Salesforce or Salesforce administration. Like not everyone wants to code. So I believe in making sure that the path that is created for that person fits their personality so that they can thrive and don't feel drained. So what do? We mentor and we help out all the mentors build out their portfolio. So whether you're going for project management, whether you're going for Salesforce, whether you're going to be a developer, your portfolio is very important. And to learn how to talk about that portfolio in detail so that when you do get on the job, that's available to you and you'll know exactly how to go and respond to the question they might throw at you. Now, we also offer interview prep. So we do go one-on-one with you when it comes to preparing for your interviews. And that is something that I felt a lot of our mentees were missing. And so we put that in there. And then we also have an apprenticeship coming up where we have linked up with the government and we have scholarships available to put more women into tech and so provide on-the-job training for you as well as you grow. And that is a program that will be offered very soon. I'm very excited. And so we'll start with finding your why. This is my why. My why is my family. I have 2 baby boys who are like full-time Batman and Superman mode right now. And I wanted to create a life for them that I didn't have growing up. Like my mom was a single mom and she worked very, very hard to make sure we had everything we needed. But I also come from Mississippi. So if anyone knows about Mississippi, Mississippi is very close to the poverty line when it comes to like living. And so I wanted to make sure that I had enough income to make sure I could take care of my mom, my father, and my family just in general. And so that is my why, making sure I can take care of those I love and that are close to me. So how I started. I started teaching myself to code when my babies were very little. My husband is military, so he deployed quite a lot in his unit, like multiple times throughout the year for long stints of time. And so I had large chunks of time and I had to find something to do. So when I was not caring for them or nursing them, I was most likely studying. And so when I first started out, we didn't have much. So I would go to the library and I would get whatever program of books I could find, and I would bring them home with my note cards and I would just learn the syntax, write out code on like paper to get really good at it. And then eventually we could afford it and we got me a Mac. I bought it off Craigslist. It was like $500 and I was so excited the day we got the Mac. And from then I was able to build my development environment and start teaching myself really how to code beyond that of pen and paper. So facts about me. I'm a proud veterani mentor. I love giving back to the military community. I have seen how hard it is as a spouse myself for military to transition out of the military, but also because military spouses are uprooted so much due to our husband's service or our spouse's service. And so I wanted to make sure I give back all the time and make sure that others have the opportunity that was given to me. So I've been in this industry now for about 8 years, a little over 8 years, actually. I started to code years ago when I was younger, and my grandma bought all of these computers from one of the local schools that was closing down. And that was back when there was DOS systems. And I was able to like hack in all those computers to get them all set up for her learning area she had at her house for all her grandchildren. And I come from a family of nurses and military professionals. So most of the women in my family are nurses or in the military. And I was taught ambitious, discipline, and always to show empathy. And that is why I also serve the community as I do, and veterans. It's just that has a special place in my heart. And one of the first books I started learning was Automate the Boring Stuff with Python. That was my first book I picked up.